Hello everybody. So what I want to do in this video is try out these basic washable sticky gel crayons. And it says here gel crayons, watercolor, and blendable. So we're going to try that. We're going to see how it works. I'm not too sure. But we're going to give them a shot and see how they work with water. Now I did try coloring with them and I was not so impressed. This does not come out, so we only have the big tip on them. And it is a big tip, so I've got these adult coloring books over here I tried using and it just was no good. So we're gonna see how they work with water and some blue. Get some water on the brush and swirl it. Okay, so they're swirling. It's coming out, but it's not ideal. So let's try this. Let's try putting some down. This is a purple, getting some water and using it more like a watercolor. Okay, so that kind of did work. It's not still ideal. These are not, like getting a dark to light is not going to be an easy task. I would have to get more crayon on here. So you definitely seeing the mark. And come back in and do it. Now what if I came in with a different color? So let's come in with some red into the purple and see what we get. That wasn't too bad. This red seems like it might work actually better than the purple. Still need, it still looks like it's all the same tone. So maybe a little less water. And come in with the red. Yeah, not ideal. Not what I would call perfect. Let's try blue. I'm trying to get the other side off. Some blue. Some yellow. And let's see what kind of green. The weird thing is, I'm doing all this, and see, that Z is not going to go away. It's going to be there. That's all there is to it. So that did that with everyone I did. So it's only good if you want it to be there. Let's see what we got in the book that we can try to do something with. I don't know. Let's just take it out of the book, for one thing. And if I take the red and go around this part, see how thick that line is? Then we have to take, I'm going to get a smaller brush, and try to bring it out. That kind of sort of did work. This is kind of this brush. They're not my brushes. I borrowed them, and this one's kind of thick. I mean, it's kind of stiff. So there's something in it that's stiff. But I do want to see if I can get some of that color out. But let me show you. All of this and that color in the water hasn't really changed that much. It's kind of weird. Let me try to get some of the color out. Just tearing paper. Because it's not watercolor paper anyways to start with, but it sort of did work. Maybe some blue in the nose. I picked up some of that red, so it's turning to purple there, which is fine with me. But yeah, these are not great. You know, if you have nothing else, okay, I am basically done with them. I am not, this is not my idea of a good thing. I was wondering if there was something in here, in one of these books, that we could color and then use on a card. Because I thought that might be kind of interesting to do. And I'm not really seeing a page that's looking like something we can do that with. I was hoping to just kind of cut a piece out of it. That might kind of be cute. No, that's not what I had in mind. I guess I kind of should plan this better. They're just too big, I guess. They're just too big. Let's see what's in here. One of these fish would work. Maybe. This was not what I had in mind. No. Obviously, you can tell I didn't get to look at these real good. I just bought them to have them for something to do when I needed something to do. So, Look at that little dog. Isn't that cute? That is cute. The little dog. Here's some little fish. What kind of saying, what kind of sentiment would you put with the fish? Seize the day. Seize the day. It's your birthday or something like that. I'm going to take them out. Maybe I'll try them. Maybe I will try a little bit of that crayon just to see if we can. I don't think we can do better than that, to be honest with you. I'm just going to get some color pencils and we'll do some blending. And these, I don't know if they're any good. I do not believe that they are watercolors, though. They don't say watercolor pencils, so they're probably not. Okay. All right. I'm going to try this one, and I think I'm going to kind of stick with the goldfish theme. Oh boy, I'm telling you, these pencils are bad. Bad, bad, bad. So I'll show you what I'm gonna do since this is what is happening. I'm just gonna do a rough color. I'm gonna pick some things to color this orange. Yeah, I don't like the way they're coloring at all. This will be that orange, orange, orange. Let's see. Let's do this fin in the orange. I might go into a different color here with the fins. So let me start with the orange. Excuse me. So even if this doesn't turn out, I'll post. I always post. So you know which mistakes of mine you don't want to make. So if you're watching this and going, well, it must turn out, or she wouldn't have aired it, you'd be wrong. Okay, now I'm going to get the red. and do some things with the red. They're not even really very bright, these pencils. I guess I could go over it a couple layers, but we're gonna do something here, and I don't know how well it's gonna work, if it's gonna work, but I'm gonna try and see if it does. Okay, now I'm gonna take and try to blend this red into the orange in the tail fins. So that's why I wasn't worried about leaving some empty lines. Because I kind of am trying to blend a little bit. And I'll still leave some other lines because I think what I'm gonna try is coming in and blending the pink also with this. And we'll just see how it works. I haven't done any of these kind of coloring projects in a very, very long time. So I'm gonna come in here with the red. Okay, now I'm gonna come in with the pink, and it looks like, from looking at the outside, like it's gonna be a hot pink, but I don't. No, it doesn't really look like a hot pink. Really, it looks a lot like the red. A lot like the red. Let's see what happens when we blend it with the red. Can we see a difference? Do you see a difference? Or does it just all look the same? Because for me right now, it all looks the same. The red and the pink look the same. I might try coming back in with the red again. Just to see if I can get it a little redder looking. Okay, let me try the red some more. Red in the middle of these just to see. Yeah, it's not really showing much of a difference. I was hoping that if I added another layer of the red, it would work. But it's really not showing any difference. Okay, let me try the pink here. Maybe after I'm planning on burnishing it, which means I'm going to go over the whole thing with one color. And what I'm going to do different that I haven't really done before is I'm going to do it with yellow. And this should kind of help to tie the colors together better, and you know, you fill in all the empty spaces. And you fill the paper. I believe burnishing is the word, but I'm not positive about it. And maybe that will make the pink and the red show up a little bit different. Maybe we'll be able to see a difference in that color. So I want to make sure I go over the whole thing with the yellow. And you don't have to leave any empty spaces. I just did because I do want yellow in the fish. Just yellow. It looks to me like it's working. It looks better to me. The colors, they look like they go together better. I don't know that I'm still not seeing much difference in the pink and the red. Maybe a little bit, but not much. It's looking a little more intentionally colored because all them empty spaces are now getting filled in. And it just looks better. So it's been a long time since I did this technique for coloring. You can do a whole page burnish if you want. I just wanted to show you something somewhat small, and you can keep going over it until you're happy with it. Now, at some point, your paper is going to be full up. It's not going to take any more color because that's the way paper works. And so the smoother it is, the quicker it's going to fill. So if you go in heavy-handed and then try to burnish, you might have already used up all your little dips in your paper. You might have already filled all your paper in, and it might not work as well. So I can go over that part again. It it helps to blend pencils and to understand. So there it is. Doesn't that look a lot better? Doesn't it look like it belongs together? It does to me. I hope it does to you too. I did a quick job. I used cheap pencils. It works better when you use quality stuff. So let me show you the idea of, oh, under that light it looks so much better. See if I can get the light here so you can see. There's just some spots where the yellow really comes through and it just looks better. Let me explain the paper thing to you. I just use this little corner over here. So paper, you think it's like this, just straight, flat, smooth, but paper is actually kind of like this. It has like little teeth in it. Let me do it bigger. And it has like little teeth. So I just use, let's see, because I drew that in green, I don't want to come in with green. So if I come over and I'm coloring and I use red and I'm not pushing all as hard as I can come in with another color and layer it on top. And you might get a little bit of a blend. If you keep coming in with colors, as you come in, you feel those teeth, okay? And I'm just doing a quick example. And then if you come in, like I did with the yellow, and you go over all of it, and you make sure you fill it all in, somehow that just works to make it feel more blended and more cohesive, and it just works better. Now I was gonna make a card, but all I got was a little fish on here, so I'm not gonna do that. But now you know about burnishing paper with pencils, even with cheap colored pencil, pretty smooth paper, because different kinds of paper has different kind of teeth, you know, so the smoother the paper, I guess, the less teeth you're going to have in it. But anyways, that's how that works. So if you like my video, please hit the like and subscribe button. Thank you for joining me, and I hope you join me again. Bye-bye now.